Gosh. Now it's cozy.
Have you ever had anything on your mind and then you start planning for it, you prepare, you make some life-changing decisions, only to find out the plan you had is not going to be?
I'm smiling, I can't help it.
I once heard a pastor say, if you think you're in charge of your life, wait till you get the doctor's report. I'll add to that and say wait till you get your financial statement. We had a plan. We were going to walk away from our careers, get ready for retirement, sell the house, sell everything, buy an RV, and travel and enjoy life. We were going to do the work camping thing to make a little financial gain until we could fully retire. That was our plan. It's been a nice, cool winter, and I think it's been colder than usual, or maybe we're just outside more than usual. I don't know. But
maybe you're older.
Maybe I'm older, which means Kim's coming up right behind me. She's actually gaining on me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're getting, you're starting to feel it now. I mean, just admit it, Kim, you're going down.
I'm not going down.
I'm slowing down.
I might be going around and around, but I'm not going down.
Forgetting things, doing all the things I started doing 5 years ago, and now I'm watching her do it, and I love it.
I'm just going in circles, that's all.
So we left our jobs, we sold our house, we sold pretty much everything we had, and it all seemed good. We decided to take a first job locally at an RV resort, bought a fifth wheel, and everything was going just as planned. This was going to be our first RV host job, one of many. The plan was to stay here a while to get our feet wet, to learn the ins and outs of RV hosting, then to move on possibly up north and continue in our adventures. Then we find ourselves in a job that we really love that prevents us from traveling like we want to travel. So we're just kind of stuck here. And we're like got our heart set on traveling, and slowly but surely reality has set in that we're going to be here a while, at least 2 years, maybe longer. And so we've started accumulating things, and if we were to travel now, we'd have to get another storage building because we bought so many things, the most recent being our smoker. And by the way, Kim, were those ribs good?
They're very good.
Not bad for a first time?
No, I wouldn't have even thought that was your first time to smoke them ribs. They were very good.
I've secretly been smoking ribs my whole life. I just don't tell you.
Then we're getting a divorce. That is
She's
not
probably,
right.
She's probably being serious there. There's one thing that compares to biscuits and gravy, and that's ribs.
Yeah. Yeah, I love me some good ribs.
Then we found out the fifth wheel wasn't probably the best vehicle to be pulling around the country, and we had to rethink what we were doing. Next thing I know, we found a motorhome, and we thought, this must be meant for us. It seemed like a really good deal. After buying it and moving into it, we found that it too probably was not best suited for traveling around the country. Sometimes when things start weighing you down, the best thing to do is look for therapeutic remedies. For me, that's kayaking, fishing, or taking a good drive out in the country. It's a place where I can analyze and sort through things. Life has a way of changing things. And every now and then, just when you think you have things figured out, then comes the curveball. And when you have your mind and heart set on something so deeply, and reality sets in and you realize, oh, this is not going to happen the way we planned, well, sometimes that's hard to accept. And as reality began to set in, so came the emotions. Frustrations, regret, failure, they were all knocking at our door. We had sold everything we had and bought into this RV life, and now we began to feel trapped and stuck. Struggles with depression and helplessness were now a thing of reality. On top of all that, the job that we chose and that we are doing right now, we really love this job. You know, as I'm starting to accept this, and I hadn't told Kim until tonight, and it's been kind of an emotional ride for us, just, you know, accepting this. And I actually watched a couple of videos last night of two different families doing the exact same thing we're doing, been through the same trials. You know, they wanted to retire and travel, but for some reason they were not able to do that. The first video that I watched was all about making memories with a family. In her mind, she was going to do it when they traveled, but the traveling was not allowed, as with us. And so she came to reality and accepted we're making memories right here. And the second being, they wanted to travel also, but things prevented that. And she did the same thing we did. They bought kayaks, bikes, grill, all kinds of things. And she said something that stuck out to me. If we were to move now, we'd have to put all this stuff somewhere so we could travel. And so she's been there a year. And so I'm thinking, you know, that's really what we've been doing all along. And it was so strange watching between the two families. It was almost our identical story. And we bought kayaks, we bought bikes, we bought a smoker. We've done all these things to allow us to spend more time together. So now we're coming to grips with, we're going to be here a while. We can take some short trips, but the traveling we were wanting to do, well, maybe that'll come to be when we retire.
Well, I have, like Wade said, he talked about this just a little bit ago, and I'm still processing everything. You know, it's sad. You know, you have this idea of what you're gonna do and where you're gonna go and how your life is gonna be, and you make plans for it, and it's like when it's not coming together, then the plan is thrown out, and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I pick up the pieces? Where do I go? What's the best choice? What needs to be done? What should be done? And so I'm still trying to process that, you know, it may or may not happen, and this might be where we're going to be for a while, and I'm okay with making memories every day and enjoying life. And I just need to get in the mindset of, you know, we're not going to be going to Glacier National Park, you know, or
not at least
the Big Bend, or, you know, just, you know, I have to rethink everything. And I'm a planner. I work better when things are organized in my brain. So it takes me a little bit to process it and be okay with things not lining up the way we put it on paper.
Yeah. And it's really hard because we set our hearts and minds on this. And when we bought this coach, we absolutely fell in love with this coach. And it's still hard to think that this coach is not made for that kind of traveling, or it's probably not in the best interest to do that. And so it's kind of like a shot below the waist, you know. It just, we've had the breath knocked out of us again and again, and we thought finally we've reached a point to where we can really go out and start enjoying life. But here we are. It's not that there's anything wrong with this place. We love our jobs, we love this place, but when you have your mind set on traveling and then you can't, wow, that's a lot to swallow. And so that's where we're at.
There just comes a time when you just have to take everything as it is. There's a season for everything, and our season and our time right now is be happy where we are. Wherever we are, what we're doing, be happy with it. And I'm okay with that. I'm at that place where I can enjoy life, enjoy the daily activities, and especially enjoy you.
Well, we're going to have some good times.
We are. And we're going to be happy.
We're going to make good memories.
We are.
Right here.
Agreed. This is the life.
Thanks for coming, everybody, and be sure and like the video if you like our content. Subscribe to our channel. It helps us grow our channel. We're not here for any other reason but just to grow and share our adventures with you. I promise we won't bother you or anything like that. God bless. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you on the next trail.